morning again, Green Spring. We have in the studio this morning Norma Hughes and Roger Thompson. They're members of the Entertainment Roundtable, and maybe they'll tell us what the Entertainment Roundtable does for us. Norma, would you tell us what is the Entertainment Roundtable? We have a round table over here, but there's no entertainment on it.
Looks like a stool to me, Greg.
Okay. Well, the Entertainment Roundtable establishes a lot of musical performances for Green Spring. We have the Sidney Foster Concert Series.
And that occurs on Sundays.
On Sundays, yes. 10 months during the year. And then we have Saturday Night Live in the theater, which we have performances every month of the year. So one Saturday night in the...
Is there a special Saturday night that occurs?
Usually it's the first Saturday night of the month.
The first Saturday night.
Right.
And it costs $5 to go.
That's $5 to get in.
Oh.
The Sidney Foster Concert Series, we do have a book of tickets that it's a slight discount for the book of tickets but normally it is $5 at the door if you don't have the book of tickets.
Now, why do we have a charge? I mean, why can't we see all of this free?
Because Green Spring does not cover these events. These events are paid for strictly by the tickets the tickets that are sold at the door.
So we have to pay for each of these acts to come in.
Each of these acts come in. They are professionals.
Okay.
Generally, most of them are professional performers. Some of the choral groups are somewhat semi-professional, but we do try to have a wide range of offerings.
We've had a great group so far this year on Sidney Foster and Saturday Night Live.
That's true.
We're very fortunate to get the quality of people that we get for what we're able to pay, because we are self-supporting. And sometimes if a lot of people show up, why we make a few dollars, and sometimes if they don't, why we're in the hole. And so we have to try and meet the budget.
So we try to keep it balanced. We're not in the business to make money then.
Right.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
No,
To
we don't.
provide entertainment.
No,
But we are in the
we
business.
don't make money, but we must cover the costs.
Right.
And these groups, the organizations, do charge us.
So
We try to get as reasonable a fee from them as we can, but anyway.
Well, if we go the capacity of our place is at $5 a piece, we can get it. Well, at the theater we could get max of about $900, $800, something like that. And of course, in the conference center we can get more than that, but we don't have that big an audience. We have usually about 150, 160 show up. Huh?
Right. Yeah. We would like more people to attend the Saturday Night Live performances in the theater. That is not, the attendance there is not as large as it is usually in the conference center.
Yeah. Well, do we have one coming up in August?
Yes, we do. We have in the theater on August 3rd, we have Shenandoah Run, who is a singing group that they've been here before. They're fantastic, and I would hope that we could get a large turnout for that.
That's what I remember. What kind of songs do they sing? You remember?
Well, folk songs and the like.
It's all kind of songs, though. It's and I think we had a pretty good show, good crowd for the Shenandoah Run last year.
And that was a canceled show too. We have, for our last epidemic here, they were canceled, and then we had to bring them in another time for a makeup, and so it was pretty good for a makeup.
Yeah. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen again.
That's right. That's right. Yes, as we sit here, August 3rd is looming, and we hope that we'll be able to present them.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, tell us more about Sidney Foster.
Well, we don't have anything. We don't have anything in the months of July and August for Sidney Foster Concert Series. So the next one we have coming up is in September, and that is going to be the Symphony Orchestra of Northern Virginia. And this is a new group that we've not had before. So we are hoping that we have a good turnout for them because we expect them to be well received.
Yeah, we've had some good orchestras
Yes,
and
we
bands, both.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, definitely.
All sorts of, from concert pianists and concert violinists to singing group to brass and to German bands. And
Well, the German band comes in October.
October,
Yeah.
every
For
October.
Oktoberfest, right.
And that will be a rousing.
That will be the
Beginner blood.
I
The
think
the Mount Vernon German band that they have been here before, and they're always
Then-
rousing and
I
good.
think if we offered free beer, well, we'd get a large crowd.
You going to pay for it, Roger?
Well, we'll have to think about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are now in the process of deciding what groups we would want to come in for next year,
Yeah.
for 2020.
So we'll have some repeats, hopefully.
Oh, sure.
We do. Those groups that have been that we have received such great, wonderful compliments for various groups that come in. And these groups are already contacting, according to Dwayne, they are contacting us, Green Spring, to come back and perform again for us.
Good.
So,
Good.
We
Yeah.
might even be able to get Elvis again on his birthday in January.
That turned out to be a big hit, although we were really concerned about it.
It was.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun. A lot of people had a lot of fun. And he went out in the audience. He refused to get up on the stage. He was on the audience the whole time and singing to various people. And a lot of ladies had a lot of fun with that.
Maybe he didn't want too much light on him. He might have looked a little older than Elvis would remember, huh?
Yeah, right.
yeah. But he was a pretty good imitation of Elvis.
Oh, he was. I remember him from the club at Fort Belvoir. He used to perform over there every once in a while.
Well, he says they live right over here in Burke. So
Yeah.
he says, I'm always handy. Well, I'm always ready. So
Got his costume, too.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. And we have some like Thomas Pandolfi, everybody loves him, and this Emil Szymanski that is the violinist, and he's the one that has triplet boys, and he has some videos of the little babies. He's holding his violin, and the baby is here, and he's going like this, and the kid is giggling, and
But they're not performing.
no, not performing. No,
Okay.
but, they make a great show though for him.
Yeah. So we try to have between the Saturday Night Live and the Sidney Foster concert series, we try to have a variety, a real variety of everything from classical to rousing fun.
Beltway brass.
Yeah, Beltway brass.
Yeah, they're always
they're and we are trying to look at bringing in some bluegrass
Oh, that would be good.
for next year. Yeah, I know that you would like
If
that.
only we knew somebody that played the guitar or that could sing, and maybe
That would be very helpful, I'm sure.
Yes,
Yeah,
that would be good.
try the banjo.
The banjo, too.
Yeah,
right,
that'd be
right.
great.
Well,
Well, we've had some bluegrass bands for different events, and people generally have enjoyed listening to them, but they haven't performed to the audience. They've performed for the group while they're eating
Right.
and so forth, and it's not been a performance as such.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think maybe we will try that. We're going to try
and
getting
Washington
some.
is sort of the seat of bluegrass. I mean, we've had some excellent bluegrass bands come out of the D.C. Lord.
Yeah, certainly have.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's what we're.
It used to
looking
be
for.
WAMU
right.
was a bluegrass station
every
almost.
Saturday
and
or Sunday or something,
Yeah.
or at all times. They were?
Oh yeah, they
wow.
played all afternoon. They started at 1 o'clock and all through drive time. And,
Yeah.
And Sunday afternoon, I put up a lot of drywall to listening to to bluegrass on WAMU. Jerry Gray and
Yeah.
this bunch. Yeah.
Huh.
Good.
So we certainly should be able to find a good band, but hopefully they would. a good band that wouldn't charge more than we can afford.
Right,
Yeah.
yes. Well, that's what we'll be looking for.
Another popular group we have is Cabaret at Mason, and it's a
Yes.
bunch of young people from their musical program over there, and we've had them 3 or 4 years in a row, and they're terrific.
Now that's Saturday Night Live.
That's Saturday Night
Yeah.
Live. Yeah, they really are good. We're very lucky to be so close to Mason. We have several people from groups
Yeah.
from Mason.
Yeah.
We have an orchestra from them, don't we? Or-
I think so, and and some singers, and so.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good group.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we have, and coming up in December, in the concert series in December, will be the St. Matthew's Bell Ringers, and they've been here before, and they are really an excellent group. They really are.
And when they describe their bells, it's incredible. It's hard to believe the cost of some of those bells is,
I know.
and the
yes.
weight of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this particular group have performed a competition, and they have received major awards for their performances. So we're looking forward to them again in December.
Well, they certainly help us ring in the new year.
Absolutely, bring in, yeah.
No pun intended.
No, very much intended. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, we are looking for. We're always looking for new groups to come in. So if any of the residents here have some groups or a group that they would like to, they would like us to contact and consider,
Yeah.
we would appreciate hearing from the residents about that.
Good. So
And
that's a challenge. To those of you who know some of the bands, let Norma know or Roger.
Yeah.
Well, and when we're always looking for more people to help us. We have a good time. We have a group of people that we need people to take tickets at the door. We need people to sell tickets at the door. We need ushers to get the rollators and follow people to their seats, and then take the rollator and put it away, bring it back after the show.
Yeah.
Right.
Keep people safe.
How many residents do we have on the round table?
We have about 20
About
now,
20,
right,
yeah.
at the present time. But we would appreciate anyone who is really interested in not only helping to determine what groups we would like to have come in, but also to volunteer and help out with the tickets and so forth, as Roger said. Yeah.
And it's not a big job. It's
No.
Then you get to listen to the program free.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. If you work for the program, for the particular program, you get to hear them
Yeah.
for nothing.
You get to mingle with the stars, and hey,
That's
you're in showbiz.
Yeah.
So,
That's right. So, contact either Roger or myself if you have some suggestions, and really consider joining our group, because we do have a good group going.
So right now you're involved in trying to come up with the acts for next year.
That's right.
Yeah. And let's see, this is July, so I presume that they are very active in trying to fill all of the groups out there are very active in trying to get their schedule.
I
Right,
would think
their
so,
schedule, yes.
They need to get lined up.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so we would hope to have our concert series, the calendar set up for the concert series, so that we can publish that as being available for the ticket sales.
Sure.
The advanced ticket sales. We would start that in November.
Yeah, as you mentioned at the beginning, that we do have a book of tickets for the Sidney Foster series, and the book of tickets costs $40 for all 10 shows. That's $4.
It's a 20% savings.
That's $4 a person. That's right. 20% discount,
That's
20%
right.
discount, that's right, yeah.
and that gets them into all of the shows.
The concert series, yes,
Yeah.
right.
That's right. Only the
Yeah,
Sidney
concert-
Foster series.
Yes, right. And you can't beat it. It's an hour-long performance, or at least an hour. Sometimes they go on for maybe an hour and a quarter, but you just can't beat it for $5.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
it's it's worth it all.
I've been running a camera for Sidney Foster now for
Yes, you
probably
have.
6 years or so. So I've seen almost every one of them, and
Right.
I've enjoyed them all. It was just it's been a wonderful
Yeah.
experience, and since I run the camera, I get to see them free too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, you
And we do need someone to help us with the audiovisual. We have only one person in the roundtable group who is doing that, and that is
Tim Keller.
Tim Keller, and he is our standby man, and he is just great. But it would be nice if we had somebody else who would be willing to share the.
Surely he's not the
Share
only
the
one in
duties.
Green Spring who could be
There
that.
must be.
Well, that's the only one that just comes forth to our programs.
And he's there every.
He's
every
there all the
performance.
time. He's there.
That's right.
Matter of
For-
fact, he's
for-
out on the board right now.
For both the Sydney for the concert series and for Saturday Night Live, he does for both of them. So it would be good to have. It would be nice. I know that he would probably appreciate having somebody else to
Probably would.
work with him on that.
Now, do we work with anybody in Green Spring staff that?
Yes, Dwayne Ward is our
He's our contact.
right. Yes.
And what does Dwayne do for us?
Well, he works with the groups that are to come in. He
So he's the one that actually contacts the groups and
Yeah.
makes the
he
contract
the
with them.
contract
So,
and the
Yes,
contracts.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
He
then
sets-
he sees to it that the tickets are printed,
Okay.
and he comes up with the posters that we put up in the
posters,
various
right.
dining rooms.
And so we do have advertising in the village dining rooms
Yes.
for every show, isn't it?
Yes, we
Yeah.
do. Yeah. yeah.
Their posters are set up on the easels
Bulletin boards.
and on the bulletin boards and
And even Channel 6. don't we?
Channel 6.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
true.
So we do a lot of advertising to make sure people know
Right.
what's coming in.
So if you say that you didn't hear about it, there's no excuse because it's all out there.
But I didn't read the bulletin board. I haven't walked by the bulletin board in a long time. And besides, there's nothing on it if you look out in the hallway.
Yeah.
Or is it up now?
Oh, I don't know.
You're at Village Square. It's been down for about a week.
Oh, I don't know.
They're renewing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, it's up in town center.
Yeah.
Oh, and Hunter's Crossing.
And Hunter's
Hunter's
Crossing,
Crossing.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
All right. Well, I'm just jostling.
Okay, well,
anyway,
Okay. Well, now I do know that the West Point Alumni Glee Club plans to come back
Yes.
next year.
that's right.
They're not going to be here this year, but that's
They-
been one of our favorite shows.
That's
That's
right.
right.
They want to come back next year. Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So we will. We'll definitely have them to entertain us. Yes.
well, and then we have the Vienna Falls group, which is a bunch of ladies singing barbershop, and we had them in the theater, and they were terrific. There were about 30 of them up on the stage, and they're just fantastic.
That was some special group, wasn't it?
Well, it was. They were practicing to go to. They had been nominated to go to the national show at. It was in New Orleans this year, and
Oh.
so
Right.
by the time we have them back again
Competition.
this winter, why I'm sure they'll tell us that they were the winners.
The winners, and not only that, now we charge
Got to raise the price.
$15 more.
Yeah, I hope they don't think if they won, well, they can raise the price to us. We have to.
Yeah, but they were really they were great, and the audience really appreciated and enjoyed them. Yeah, very
I
much.
jest on the price because most of these groups, of course, none of the performers get paid. They're all volunteers. So the money that we give them actually goes to keeping their clubs together and provides
Yeah,
music
yeah.
for them and things
Yeah.
like that. So that's the only way they get money too. So
Yes.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Yeah.
most of them, maybe some of them are
The
professional.
smaller
groups.
a single pianist or violinist, of course, he
That's
gets
his
some
money.
money. But
Yeah.
the groups, that you're right, they go to support the group.
Yeah.
You know.
So that's something I think that a lot of people don't really think about in terms of. Well, we've got 30 people up there singing or playing, whatever it is,
Yeah.
and they're all doing it because they love to sing
Yes,
and they
yes.
enjoy it,
That's
and
right.
they
Yeah.
like to come out and perform for us. But that group has to have money to keep going.
Yeah,
It just otherwise
To pay, yeah, for their
they pay for the. Not only do they do everything
for their
That's
expenses.
right.
Yeah.
free,
That's
but
right.
they have a lot of expenses too.
Yeah,
That's for
they
sure.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, right,
I know
Exactly so.
the West Point Alumni Glee Club. There's there's about 50 total, and everybody is there because they enjoy singing. But the cost of doing business is just more. We got to have a place to rehearse and a director that she gets paid and that sort of thing. So it's all all money, and we by us having them and being able to pay them something, we keep things going in this world.
That's right. Yeah.
well,
Able to keep them going. Right. So we really it's a two-way street. We have them to come here. They enjoy performing for us, and then we give them whatever fee it is that they request in order to help to keep them going.
Do you know how the round table got started? We haven't always had a round table, I don't think. Either one of you know? We had Sidney Foster. He was the guy who really started bringing in all these groups.
That's right. That's why we named the group the Sidney Foster Concert Series,
Right.
because of him. He's passed away several years ago, but he was very active in the music world, and
he knew a lot of groups.
of groups. I think he was a member of the Fairfax Symphony.
Oh, okay.
Also, but and he knew a lot of groups, and he originated the concert series.
Mm-hmm.
And then Michael, I can't think of his last name.
Jantz?
Michael
yes,
Jantz.
yes.
Yes, he was the staff
person,
member
yeah.
who worked on all of this and did the contracts and so on and so forth.
And then we had Mal
Cyril.
came in, and I guess he's the one that really organized the first Entertainment Roundtable.
Probably so. Yeah.
I think so. And
Yeah.
you all took over from
Right.
there.
Sure.
Okay.
And yes, and then when Michael left, then Anita Garifo was the staff person, and then when she left, now it's Dwayne Mord.
Yeah.
And I started with it when Michael was still here.
Yeah.
It was when I joined. I came to Green Spring 7.5 years ago, and shortly after I arrived here, I said, "What is there for me to be interested in?" And music has always been one of my favorite things, so
You
I
found the
became
Entertainment
involved,
Roundtable.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you all very much for coming on board this morning and telling us about the Entertainment Roundtable and what we look forward to next year. And folks, I would hope that you come on out and see Saturday Night Live on the 3rd of August, because
Right.
you'll have a great show. And also support the Saturday Night Live and the Sidney Foster shows for the rest of the year. Certainly the tickets that we've sold for in advance, that booklet provides some of the seats, but we've got lots more seats to fill. So be sure to come, bring your $5, and watch the Saturday Night Live and the Sidney Foster. They're great parts of the entertainment that we get here at Green Spring. So, and thank you all again.
Thank
for
you.
coming.
You're very
And
welcome.
if you'd like to be on the Entertainment Roundtable, talk to Norma or Roger.
Yeah,
They'll be
right.
glad to bring you on.
Exactly.